Film heaps.
I can't do it. I don't know how
Come
to
on,
do it.
this is, do it for the channel, do it for the channel.
Zoom in on my... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll zoom in and see. Keep going, keep going. Work it, baby!
Kia ora, ko Karina tōku ingoa, ko tēnei te wiki o te reo Maori, ka tima tauhiro toi te reo tūturu o Aotearoa. Nō reira, kia kaha tātou mā ki te kōrero tēnei taonga o te reo Maori mo ake tonu atu. So to prime my face, I am actually going in with the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. I like this, it's hydrating, but also when you put your foundation on, it makes your skin look nice and jump. So it's definitely one of my favorite primers. Just filling in my eyebrows with the Brow by Benefit, and I'm in the shade number 4. I love this. You can kind of just use, I went in with my Anastasia dip brow just to sort of fill in all the gaps, really define my eyebrow. They are tattooed on, but I still need to give them a bit of shape. I'm just going in with my Boing concealer. It is in the shade 03. I love this concealer. Sometimes I'll just wear this concealer with no foundation and just use it to cover up all my blemishes, and I'm just going to use it to also prime my eyes. I have a lot of different pigment colors on my eyes, so to get it one color, it just makes your eyeshadow look seamless and one color, otherwise it's sort of dark in one area and light in the other, if that makes sense. Laying down the concealer for the eyeshadow. This is my beauty blender from Real Techniques, one of my favorite ones, just using that to sort of buff it all in. And also really important, well, personally I like to carve out the outside of the eyebrows as well. It just gives, yeah, like I said, it just gives your eyebrows more definition. And blend, blend, blend. I'm actually setting it with my IT Cosmetics setting powder. It's quite a white translucent powder, but it's nice. It just sort of sets the concealer really nice and doesn't have flashback, and just pressing that into the skin so it really sets that. Now I'm going in with the Modern Renaissance eyeshadow palette. This is my actual go-to favorite palette of all time, and I'm just going in with my transition shade. So this is definitely my favorite palette, eyeshadow palette. I always seem to reach for this one. And the transition shades I use is Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange. I always mix those two for my transition shades. They're very medium brown, and the raw orange gives it a nice sort of orangey look. So just blending that out into the crease and making sure that it's all buffed out and all blended before I go in to the outer corners. Now I'm just going in with the shade Cypress Amber, just to darken out the outer corner, and just give it a bit of a smoky kind of cat eye feel. And this is definitely one of my go-to looks, and it doesn't take very long. You just chuck it all together and it's good to go. So now I'm going in with the shade just all over my eyelid there. I'm using the shade, I think it's called Primavera. Some of these names I can't say. So I'm laying that down as a base. Love, love, love this highlight. As you can see on the screen, you can see that it's very, very pigmented. And now I'm just using a plain brush to buff out all the edges just to make it look seamless. Now I'm going in with my MAC foundation, and I am in the shade NC45, and just that's how I use my foundation. I just sort of put it on my hand, dot it around my face, and start blending it in with my beauty blender. I like to use my beauty blender more than a brush. I just find that it makes your skin look more skin-like and natural. So that's what I'm doing there. Just so you guys know, this is my very first YouTube video. This is all new to me. So I'm just pressing all of the MAC NC45 Studio Fix Fluid SPF 15 into my skin. and going in with my favorite concealer from Urban Decay. This is the Naked Skin, and I am in the shade Medium Light. Always highlight your T section. I get really dark under eyes, so sometimes I need to use 2 different concealers or color correct with an orange color corrector before I put on my foundation. But I'm sort of just going for a natural everyday look today, so I didn't want to go in too hard, so I'm just blending that all out. Make sure you blend it. I like the little purple one for under my eyes just to get into those spaces, but then I like to switch it up to the orange one just to blend it around the outside, just to make sure, especially with the foundation side, just to make it look like it's all seamless, so it's all blended together. Now I'm just setting my face with the Maybelline translucent powder. I don't put a lot on, and I usually don't bake for long. I don't have very oily skin, so I don't really need to. So what I do is I just press it in around everywhere I've concealed, and then I sort of just sweep it off, and I just made a hole in my highlighter. I'm just going in with the MAC Gimme to bronze up my skin. Definitely my fave of all time bronzer. Really good for all skin types. I'm just going in with my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I think the color is somber, and I just use that to contour. It's quite a cool tone contour, but it looks really good on the skin. I'm just going in with the shade Lyric, and I'm just pressing that into my under eye. It's kind of like a banana powder. The California by Benefit, the blush, it is a very nice peach with specks of gold for all skin types. Just setting my face as well with my big brush, probably my most favorite brush from Morphe, and just tidying everything up. So you'll see me sort of cleaning up the contour with that same banana powder, just to make it look really sharp, and also carving it out with some translucent powder as well. Now I'm just going to go in with that same shade, Sombra, and just sort of contour my nose. I don't really contour it much because it doesn't need to be, because I've got a moldy nose. And then just sweeping away that translucent powder. Now I'm just going in with the Matchstick highlighter from Rihanna, and it's the shade Rum. Not really a fan of this one, to be honest. If you can see, you can't really see it. Maybe it's because it might look better on a dark skin tone. So now I'm just going over it with Hustla Baby and the Killawatt highlight from Rihanna. My favorite. Love this highlight. Don't like the Matchstick in Rum at all. Just not pigmented enough for me. So I'm just blending in my highlight, putting the Hustla Baby one on my nose because it's a bit more subtle, and then just putting some more of that all over my face, on my Cupid's bow, and on my chin. Now I'm going in with the Rihanna lip gloss. This is another win. Definitely love this product as well. It is the shade, what is it called? Fenty Glow. It's beautiful, and I wore it all day. You don't have to top it up as much. It's not sticky at all. It sits really nicely, and it's very, as you can see on the screen, it's very glowy. Black eyeliner into the waterline of my eyes just to sort of darken it up, and I'm going to go in my under eyes and just smoke it out a little bit. So I'll just use the same shades that I use on the top, down the bottom, and just use the darker color Cypress Umber around the outside of my waterline. So the shade that I actually put on my nose was Mean Money, and I just put some Hustla Baby in the inner corner of my eyes, sprayed my face with my MAC Fix Plus. What I like to do is to also buff in the MAC Fix Plus. It just makes your skin look a lot smoother, and just ending it with some Urban Decay setting spray. So this is the final look, whānau, just a nice glowy summer look. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe below and push the bell button, and let me know in the comments what other videos you would like to see. Kei aku nui, kei aku rahi, nei rā te mihi ki te hunga mātakitaki.